Hi, this is Corncod One of Nationalist News and Notes. The title of my little piece today is Liberal Democratic Repression. Recently, at a press conference, one of my favorite European political figures, Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban, stated jokingly that he would consider granting asylum to refugees fleeing liberal democracy. Everyone had a good laugh, but he was, to use an outdated expression used by my parents' generation, kidding on the level. I am of the opinion that regimes that call themselves liberal democratic are, since the fall of the old Soviet Union, some of the most repressive in the world. With the possible exceptions of some communist holdouts like Red China, Vietnam, and North Korea. Liberal democracy, as practiced in Western Europe and the United States, is neither very liberal nor democratic in any meaningful sense of these terms, and is getting less free and less democratic by the day. The liberality of the liberal democratic nations really doesn't exist anymore. The only freedom that exists in these places is the freedom of action of large multinational corporations. Everyone else has to fall in line. One of the weirdest manifestations of rule by the Fortune 500 and Davos man is that the hard left has fallen in line and are now shills for the plutocrats. As little as 10 years ago, I would see riots and demonstrations outside the meetings of these big globalist organizations by leftists, and I would say, well, they're commies, but at least they're anti-globalist. Now the hard left throughout the West are the running dogs of the neoliberal capitalist class. There is no democracy in liberal democracy these days. You turn on your computer or smartphone and hear people as disparate as the editorial page of the Guardian newspaper and the dimwit Pope denouncing the dangers of populism. According to our thought leaders, the more a politician is hated by the common people, the better leader he is. Now it seems the only people standing up for the hoi polloi are the populist nationalist parties of Europe and the small and possibly soon to be going out of business tiny Trump wing of the Republican Party in the U.S. The extreme elitism of the leadership class is a wonder to behold. There is no love evidenced for the middle and working classes anywhere, especially if they have white skin. You can expect such attitudes from Jewish oligarchs, but it's surprising how the WASP elites in places like the U.S. feel absolutely no connection with working class whites. To our oligarchs, they feel no loyalty to any group, race, or ethnicity. Eskimos in the northern wastes, Hottentots in the Kalahari, and sweatshop workers in Thailand are all the same to them. For some reason, they have a special hatred for the people of their own countries. Now that they have us locked down due to the phony coronavirus scare, they can go about their great reset, which will turn into a form of neo-slavery. If they get their way with this, we will envy the peasants of the Dark Ages, because back then at least they had a rudimentary form of Christian morality, which at least held them back a little from some of the severest forms of repression. We have to fight this, like we have never fought anything before. People are slowly waking up, but we need leaders and activists ready to go all in for the cause. This is Corncod One of Nationalist News and Notes, signing off.